episode of Minute Til 6. I'm your boy Mark Haynes, MH the Champ, along with my guy,
Chris Perry, Chris.Perry SR, baby.
and as you see the man right here, this is my dude, man. One of the realest cats out of the Met, you know what I mean, Hooper, a little bit of everything, Mr. Frank Sessions. Franklin Sessions.
Frank Nitty, whatever y'all want to
Frank
call
Nitty.
me, man. Everybody,
Nitty,
I
boy.
swear you telling people Franklin Sessions, like, who's that? Come on, man. Frank Nitty, bro.
That's why I said it. I was like, I want to see what it gonna say.
That's Nitty, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know me by Franklin Sessions, man. That's my corporate name.
That's
That's
big
my
three
9 to
stuff.
5 name. That's the political side.
Yeah, which is he's a member of the Killer Threes from the Big Three League with Ice Cube. Just finished his first rookie season of that.
Yeah, man. We went all the way to the ship, man.
Yeah.
We ain't winning, but at least we got there first year.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, you know, Killer Threes ain't been there, so it's nice, you know, to
Key acquisition.
yeah, get on the team and, you know, bring a little something. Bring a little something.
You got in there real quick and made some noise. Put the league on notice, I should say. Because I seen a couple of the Big Three players. They had a lot to say about Nitty.
Yeah.
They had a lot to say about Sessions.
We talked about we talked to T. Scott on our
Okay.
third episode. He brought you up. He was like, "Yo, we beefing everything up. Got some real hoopers." He was like, "Nitty's in there."
Yeah, man.
So you know, we was excited, just like a lot of people or whatever. But before we get all the way into the Big Three,
Right.
let's take it back. Let's go back some. You know, originally, from my understanding, you didn't start really hooping till about your junior year in high school.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was still skateboarding. I was at the back of my high school doing flip tricks off the stairs. And my high school coach saw how athletic I was, so he came and was like, "Man, you gotta, come play or whatever." Boy, I was terrible. I was terrible, man. They used to sub me in and out for defense, man, and everybody else was a superstar, basically. I was just like, man,
Come in and shut it down real
this
quick.
ain't
Come
for
back
me,
out.
bro. Like, I used to go hop on the skateboard. I was like, y'all can have this, bro. Y'all can't beat me out here, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
When did it start to click for you, man?
Took a minute, man. I'm gonna say, so in high school, like, I wasn't recruited or nothing, but
Right.
I had one guy, Andy Graham, who was assistant coach at this school, Irvine Valley College, who came and like literally his only coach was like, "I want you to play for me." I was like, "All right." And he like till this day he'll tell you he was like, "I big timed him," but like I didn't think he was serious, so like I was like, "All right," like, and he still tells that story to this day, like, "Nah, he big time." It's like, "Nah, bro, I just really didn't think you wanted me." Like I didn't like I still to this day don't see what other people see. So it's still weird to me. But that's when like it like started to like open up. But like my first JUCO year didn't even teach me like how to like play or nothing like I didn't. I rode the bench, bro. So like it wasn't really it wasn't no eye opening year. I kind of just was like, man, I don't know what I'm about to do because once again like this ain't working.
Right.
The coach who brought me here was the assistant coach. He was like, just hang on, like don't worry about it. We're gonna figure some things out. And then I didn't realize, or I didn't know, he didn't tell anybody that he was getting a head coaching job at Saddleback College, which is like, 15 minutes from here, south.
So that's how you ended up over there.
And that's where it clicked, because he messed with me heavy, man, from the beginning. And he kind of set precedent, man. He let me start. He built a team around me. He made me feel like, you the guy, you and my other guy, Kevin Minner. You two guys are the guys, man. We ended up taking us all the way to state, man, with just a few guys who weren't supposed to be anything. So that's when it kind of opened up right there, man. I ended up getting the MVP of the whole conference of the JUCO league, and a couple of D1 offers and everything. Stuff just started to roll from there.
Is that so? At that point, when it clicked, is that when you put the skateboard away?
I actually.
Yeah,
I still skateboard now, but like I'll still go out and try a couple flip tricks or whatever. I won't be doing nothing crazy. But I put the skateboard away. Yeah, I put the skateboard away because when I was here, I was still skateboarding low key. Like I go to skate parks or whatever out here and kind of just try and make sure I keep sharp. Because like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and that was still fun to me. Basketball at the time wasn't fun, and the basketball is situational for anybody who doesn't know. Like, if you ain't on the right team with the right coach, the right
everything has to come together at the same time.
Thank you. So that don't happen a lot. That don't happen a lot, man. It's rare. So I kind of just had to focus on other things, and I just felt like don't get too caught up in what basketball is or isn't. Just letting it keep paying for your education, basically.
Right.
What I was using it as, and then just making sure I stay sharp. But it taught me a lot of perseverance, man. It humbled me a little bit because it's like, bro, yeah, they want you, but that don't mean you're gonna be the best player on the team.
Right.
We had out of IBC, we had like 6 players go to Division I, bro. So I'm a kid out of high school. What am I complain for? I ain't.
Right. So we can say it, but we're here at Irvine Valley College, where you started your first JUCO year. So you went from Jordan High, you go to Irvine, then you go to Saddleback, as you said, through the coach. Then from Saddleback, you go to Weber, correct?
Yep, Weber State.
Weber State. And how was that one for you? How did Weber State come about? Was that just one of the D1s that offer you? I mean,
it was one of them, but they were the most persistent and consistent. They flew out to 2 games. Both games had like 30 and 16 too. 16 rebound. I don't know. I was tripping in JUCO, yo. Like, I had some crazy.
You averaged like 10 boards.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. Like, I swear, man. Somebody let me loose, and I was just having a field day, man. But yeah, I've always been like a rebounding guard. I don't think I've averaged under 9 rebounds in the last 3 years. But I kind of just, I don't know. It was fun, man. It was a fun year, and it made it like. It just made it all come together. Weber made it, man, it was coming down. I had one of the assistant coaches, I'll never forget him, Tim Gardner, man. Mm-hmm. He was coming down at least once a month, dog, helping me with summer courses, just so I can get my AA degree, just so I can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just so I can go play for them, man. I took that for granted so much, man. Mm-hmm. I was so ignorant as a kid, man.
Yeah. We all.
Yeah, man. And I like I said, I had a great year at Weber, man. I was newcomer of the year. Mm-hmm. Dame and all the players, was cool with me. I just had an attitude problem, man. Just like any other. I see it to this day, but for me, that was 11 years ago, 10 years ago, man. Mm-hmm. Like for the people I see it in now, they're like 25, 26 with the attitude.
Still have it.
It's like, like at what point? But it was things in my life, like when they sent me home, nip that in the bud. It nipped that attitude.
Environment has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, man. And then I didn't understand X's and O's, and I just wanted to play. Right. So like in practice, when it came to X and O's, I would zone out sometimes, and then he'd get on my case about it. The head coach would, and then I really didn't know how to respond. Like, I'm from Watts, like we territory, we're defensive. Right. We growing up, we naturally defensive. So that used to come out a lot. And man, I tell him to this day, man, I thank him so much for sending me home, man. That literally, it might be crazy, it might sound crazy, but there's so many athletes that don't go through that's never grown up.
Yeah. Right. So that shows your maturity as well as want to be not only a better basketball player, but a better person. Because we all see a whole bunch of athletes that we play with, at the high school level who, I'm 32 now, you 30. So they still talking about playing. Yeah. And it's like, even though you're a special situation to where, you're still able to hoop.
Yeah, that's true.
You got, I don't know if you would call it a second chance or just a part of the grind, like your shirt say, the Nitty Way.
Yeah, man. I just didn't give it up, to be honest, man. Nipsey said it the best, man. He said he went through every emotion. The only distinguishing quality is he just didn't quit. Like, even when I had a 9-to-5, man, I was at every adult league. I was at every open run. Like, that itch for basketball was still there. Like, granted, I wasn't doing it professionally, because I wasn't taking $1,600 a month. I'm cool. I ain't doing it for the grand.
I can still have fun.
And I be trying to tell, my peers this, but they want to, I can travel the world for, you travel the world for pennies, bro. Like, come on, you missing out on life, bro. So there's just little things like that, man. I'll be trying to help with now. I just try to help people with their mental, man. But I know I'm just glad I'm the older guy, but I'm not the older guy at the same time. Right. Because I still get their respect, but they still see me as a hooper. Right. Yeah. I feel like when we look at people older than us, we don't look at them like they know what they're talking about. Yeah. But like, I get a lot of people that ask me for advice, that listen to me, that inspire them, man. So if they can take anything from me, man, it's your mental, man. You gotta make sure that you're coachable.
Yes. Yeah, cause that's big. Like
that's That's one of the things that it's good that you said that, because a lot of people will think just because you can hoop that you can play. It's like, nah, there's hooping and then there's X's and O's and seeing the court and knowing the net. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's two different worlds. You know, it's the same game, but two different worlds. So,
Right.
100%. That's dope that you said.
And everybody, then you got to understand your role. You know, it's guys that
accept it.
Man,
I understand it.
Listen to me. I'm so happy you said that. I cannot tell you how many people do not know their roles, man. And it's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and shoot, 10 threes a game. That ain't my job.
Yeah.
That's bailing the defense out. That's letting my team down. Like, I know that. There's so many people that I understand what y'all work on individually. I understand what you're trying to get better at. You get better at that in your
practice.
Yes, your
not
time.
in the game.
Yeah.
Not in teams trying to win time, man. And I've sat on the bench, man. In the Big Three, man, I sat on the bench so much. It just helped me realize, like, man, everything it's situational.
Yeah,
basketball's situational, man. And like in the championship game, I played 3 minutes, man.
Yeah.
And the game before that, I had, I think, like 13 off the bench, and I helped us, beat the defending champions.
Right.
I was a big contributing factor to that game. But like I said, like things aren't gonna go your way. It's situational, man. So when it don't go your way, you gotta learn to buckle down, man, and just be that good teammate on the bench.
Right.
Be that mental person that can be ready when you call, even if you're not called, even after the game you didn't play.
Right.
Clap your team up. It is what it is, man. So that's the big part, man. I feel like we missing that, man.
Matchups and everything all play a factor, man.
For sure. Because now, like, when LeBron was in Cleveland, they made that run with Kyrie and Kevin Love got put out. It's a million guards, across the country. And all of them looking at double like, man, I could be on there. I could have that spot.
Exactly.
I should be there. I see all kind of hoopers from my city and other cities. I could do this, man. I should be getting paid. But it's like, you just gotta understand, like, he knew his role.
Yeah.
And you may be better athletically or skill wise, but not necessarily
In his role.
He
He was amazing at playing the hardest, diving for every loose ball. Controlling the teams, limiting turnovers. That was the biggest thing. Like, if he got a shot open, 9 times out of 10 it was a knockdown.
Right.
So that's Shannon Fry.
Yep.
Another guy stay in the league, just knock down your open shots.
You got one role, bro. As long as you got to buy into your role and accept it. You know what I'm saying? Not just I have this role, but I think I can do this too.
Even though you're better than thousands of other people.
Yep.
And you might be better than, you might beat those one-on-one.
Yeah.
But it's all situational and understanding.
All of it.
And I'm gonna say this about Deli, because Deli, like you say, he was a grinder. He came in on D, did his job.
Yeah.
In that time frame where you were playing in the adult leagues and you were working, manager of Verizon, right? Then you got over to the Drew League. And that was when I finally got to see you recently in the Drew League.
Yeah.
And you had that double defense going on.
The boogeyman.
Yeah, you had a game against the boogeyman, and we came down here real quick.
It was fire.
Very intense, and I've definitely heard of you and seen you and watched, the tapes and everything. But this is my first time seeing you in person, and this is the first time I say in my whole life watching hoop that I've watched somebody 94 feet
For the
whole game. He put defense clamps on this cat for 94 feet for the whole game.
Did he get double digits?
Nah, he had 9, I think.
He had 9 points. And before that, he put up like 40 something.
Nah, he was cooking the whole truth.
Buckets.
And it was just bad because everybody was hyping it. Because when you new to the Drew, it's like being new to the league. Don't nobody know you. They don't know what you're good at. They don't know what you're bad at.
Right.
And I just need to see you play once.
And I got you, yeah.
I'm a defensive player. I can pick apart, what you're good at, what you're not good at. Like, if you have a better day than I have on the court, then you just have a better day. Like, Will Bynum gave me 20 out of 50 in the big.
Yeah.
It's a great day at the end of the day. Like, there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
But I'm gonna always give you the best me, and that's kind of what I did that day. Everybody was telling me, "Oh, Frank," people was betting he was gonna give me 35.
It was like
Boogeyman
might be the new MVP now, and because
I said, man, y'all crazy as hell. What's wrong with y'all, man? Stop it.
That's what they reached out to Cause we got to sit front row, which was dope. They reached out to my brother Chris Haynes. And it was like, yeah, y'all, you know, we got some seats for y'all. Y'all gotta check this out. And it's like it's Boogeyman and Frank Nitty.
Yeah.
And at that time, you were to me. I heard about Frank Nitty. I just kept hearing Frank Nitty, and I never figured out who he was. It's kind of like God Sham God.
Yeah.
I grew up. I didn't even know.
I still don't know what he looked like.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what he looked like. I stole his move and everything, but I don't know what he looked like. I swear.
I thought it was just the name of the movie. I was like, somebody, you know, made up the movie, but it's a real person.
Yeah.
And that's how you were, you know what I mean? I was like, there's like this guy named Frank Nitty be at the Drew. He told me about you too.
Yeah, I'm sitting over
I'm
on
like,
the baseline like, there it is right there. Watch this.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, Kelly. I'm not knowing nothing. I just hear Frank Nitty. This dude Frank Nitty, he bald Frank Nitty.
Yeah.
You know, all that. So it's like, yeah, Frank Nitty and the Boogeyman, they go put on the show.
I was excited, man. I was glad to be there, like I said, and you know, Boogeyman, he had put up buckets in the previous games.
Yeah, he had some great. He had a great shout out to Boogeyman.
Yeah, shout out to that man.
He was cooking, man.
And,
hell of a season.
Right. His real name
Sky Askia Booker.
Okay.
He played Italy, I think.
Right there, yeah. So yeah, that was just seeing that, and you know, they were saying, oh, you're the 3-time MVP of the Drew League, and so they were saying he's gonna dethrone you, but man, that was 94 feet of defense for the whole game.
And my thing was like when I put up 60 this year. I had help this year, man. Like,
yeah, nice squad.
It's fun when you come down and they give you that pill every time down the court.
Yeah.
Man, you can get a rhythm like that. Like I was trying to play basketball. I went and got, you know, some help, Bobby Brown, Montrezl Harrell, Mike James. I only got some help because I couldn't exert all my energy into the Drew again and do the big three because I was doing two games.
When they told me that you was playing that day, you had a big three game.
The next day.
And I'm looking like, what? I'm pretty sure Nitty played in the big three.
Yeah, I flew out that night and went to the big three game the next day, man. But like, that's what I'm saying. So like, I could have got MVP again, but then that would have been a lot of me like I would have been jacking. Like at the end of the day, like I love the Drew and that's my home. But like, can't nobody guard me in that gym. Man.
Yeah, to me, just the respect level that you have for the Drew, that you would come back like that and be playing during the season. I thought that was epic. I'm like, most people would just leave that alone. I'm over here with the big three right now. Let me handle this. But he was like, man, if I can play, I'm playing over here and I'm flying over there. Like,
that's what raised me, man. That's what helped me become who I am. So, you know, I never get Hollywood on any of my people from, you know, the city.
Right.
And that's not even in the Drew. That's people from Watts, people from LA, you know. Anybody I meet, man, it's always love. I don't care how big I get. I ain't never big enough for my people. So, that's just how I am, man. I kind of instilled that into my game, life. It just helped me grow up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I was talking to my wife. I was like, you know, when you gave me your number and we was texting, I was like, man, he responded like right away. I was like, I was like, man, Nitty gonna be my partner. We gotta step out.
I can't tell y'all. If you got my number, bro, I'm gonna respond all the time. People try to mess me on IG, they don't get it, bro. Them messages just be like, OD. I can't answer those, bro. But nah, I'm the same person, man. I don't care how big. If I went to the league, you got MVP the next day, you pick up the phone, call me, man. I don't care. Same shit.
When did you, like say, your IG go crazy? When did that happen?
Crazy. So it's funny because the last 4 years, it's every year I'll say like, all right, this is the year, like ain't nothing gonna happen. Like it gotta slow down and won't know. Every year is another like 25,000 followers. Like man, it's like I had like 10,000 when I first started like playing in the Drew, really, man. I was into like sneakers and stuff like that. I wasn't really, you know, posting basketball
stuff.
Stuff.
Changed, man. But social media.
Social media did change over the course of time too. So highlights and I'm a very like herky jerky like I'm fun to watch on the highlight tape. I think so. Like I watch a lot of highlight tapes and I'm sorry, but I love watching myself hoop. Like I don't feel it when I play, but when I watch it move, I'm like, oh crap, like that's a good move. So it's crazy, but like it's weird. It's still weird to me, man. I don't really get how I kind of watch myself play, and I think, you know, differently. Like I watch other people highlight tapes and like it depends on who it is or what it is. Like I turn it off fast. I'm like, bro, this kind of boring. You got free throws in your highlights, bro. Like, come on, that killed me, bro. But just on both ends, like y'all just said, 94 feet, man. I can play some defense. I pick somebody. I go get a chase down block.
And it's all in the highlights.
Yeah, exactly, man. So that's the fun part about it all, man. I just be having a blast out there. I think too many people be honing in on the wrong things, man. I literally just go out there and play hard. I don't care if I suck. I don't care if somebody in the crowd don't like me. I don't care if I'm having an off day. You ain't gonna say Frank was out there chilling. That's what you're not gonna say. I'm gonna give it my all. Now I might not come down and shoot it every time down the court like I was the previous 3 years before this last year, but still, you know, I'm gonna try to make something happen.
Yeah. Because in that game where you was defending the boogeyman, you didn't really shoot much. It was like you had in your head.
He came.
Yeah. I'm just here to shut you down. That's it.
Even to on the last play, I remember.
I got it. I recorded. I got that.
On the last play, I said, I watched you. You know, they came on, they said, and then you looked at Askia and he was like, "Nah, I'm over here because they finna screen come over here." So you switch, like I'm gonna stand over here, and when he come off his screens, I'm on him. Like no matter what, y'all not gonna take me off of him.
I don't want to switch. He hit, I think, 2 or 3 game winners prior to that. If you're gonna hit a game winner, it's gonna be over the 6'8" wingspan, on the best defender on the court. Like, and then if you beat me out, you beat us. Like,
and that messed their whole play up. No lie.
100%. They didn't know. Somebody told me that too. I didn't even realize like what I did at the time. I just knew that.
I recorded. I watched it later. I'm like, look at this.
Because you was on him.
Yeah.
And then before the play, he was like, oh, no.
I literally saw, I don't know, basically I just saw him running off a screen and being naked. So I'm like, no, switch that. And then even if he came off the bottom side, I could still hit over the top.
So regardless, I'm getting him. And so once they ran to the top and you was on him, they had to pass somebody else, and the whole play was messed up, you could tell. And then I think they didn't get the shot off.
I blocked it.
Yeah, he blocked it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I blocked it.
I got that whole sequence from the start.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't get was the verbal altercation. Even though somebody got a picture.
Somebody got a picture.
Man. You see a picture. Me and my brother, we sitting there like.
It was boring at the time. I'm gonna be honest. It was kind of boring. And I was like, all right, bro, like, you ain't just gonna come down and keep, trying to make shots over me. Like, let me see what your spirit is. So I tested his spirit, He responded well. I feel like he responded well. I'm still a hard person to get off on defensively. But, I mean, it's doable. Shit, I ain't perfect. If it's your day, it's your day.
We were sitting there and he was like, I'm here, man. I'm
here.
I was like, what did he say to get him to say that? I want to know what
I think he was like, okay. And then I was like, I'm here, bro. Like, then I turned up real quick, like, wait a minute, you ain't doing too much, bro.
We right there, cheesing.
I saw it.
It reminded us, like, real competitors.
Yeah,
it don't matter where you at. It don't matter if it's a pickup game. Like, we're going hard.
I have people get mad at me all the time in adult leagues for that, man. It's just pickup. No, it's not, bro. We compete.
Bro.
Yeah, like, I don't know when in life did y'all get so complacent. I'm not complacent I'm not complacent in anything I do. Like, when I was a manager, I got promoted twice. If I was complacent, I would have stayed a sales rep the whole time. Like, in life, I'm not trying to be complacent, man. Whatever I'm doing, I'm trying to give it 100. If I can't give it 100, I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, real hoopers knew when they saw that photo.
No, that was
and it's love. I mean, like, it's nothing.
Oh no! We talked up after the game. We exchanged numbers, man. We was texting. We was cool, bro. Like, people don't understand. Like, that's why I literally the back of my shirt say it's not personal. It's just business, man. On the court, in between those lines, man. That's what it is. Like, we can go have a drink. I don't drink or smoke, but we can go have some Kool-Aid or something after the game.
We get some chill, bro.
Some chips or something, man. It ain't no big deal. Come over for a fight night, man. Come on, man.
They text after that game when the picture got posted. He was like, man, what'd he say to him, man? Like, that dude is dog, man. That's my dude right there.
You still keep it?
Man, that's my dog. I was just talking to him when he signed right before he signed his extension. We're talking about a few things, but I'm happy for Dane, man. He was there when I was a knucklehead, and he's still here now that I got my stuff together. So man, he just happy I'm hooping. It's funny because I think last year, 2 years ago, he gave me shit about not hitting him up about playing on his summer league team. I'm like, bro, I asked for handouts, bro. But now that you said something,
I'll be in Vegas. Don't worry about it.
Hey, next year, bro, I'm gonna hit you and see, if there's a spot. If there's a spot, I'll pull up, man. Or I earn it, whatever I gotta do. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna be old at that time, though. They don't want no 31-year-olds
Man,
to leave.
look, they got everything is about the veteran players right now, man.
Hey, veteran players getting love.
They
You
get
know
love
why?
right now,
Everybody
man.
looking for a VC, man.
Yeah,
Man, he is phenomenal at
Somebody
this age,
that's
boy.
gonna still bring you some buckets,
Yeah.
give you some help in
Bang
the locker
every now and then.
room,
Come on, man.
all that, man. So
And I don't got no miles on my body.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
young out
gonna say.
here.
You fresh.
I don't like talking about the league, but let me in, bro. No, that's all good.
Speaking of that, what was the workout about? You had a workout.
Oh, the next workout?
Yeah. Was it
To be honest, they was playing at I don't know what college it was in New York, and I came up there and had a really good few days, man. Really good few days. Kind of put myself on the map in the eyes of people
Right.
again who they hear about it, but you don't see it.
Right.
But I had some great feedback from their player development coaches, and they couldn't believe that the hype was real. Like, I played the right way, I make the right decisions. I'm not out there, doing crazy stuff. So it was really good feedback, and I ended up going in and inviting me back to the facility where I spent another week up there, just kind of working out there with the guys, Julius Randle, Dennis Smith Jr., RJ Barrett, like just playing with all those guys, Marquise Morris, and they love me, man. We had a lot of fun. I got a lot, like I said, got a lot of good feedback. But when the guys, they just signed to their exhibitions and they big trial periods are 19, 20, man. They projected talent is a lot better than mine. What I'm gonna project.
Right.
When I'm 40, I will be as good as they're gonna be at 30. Nah, bro. So
Right.
I understand the politics of it all. I understand, how important it is for you to invest in longevity.
Right, and a young team like that's rebuilding and things like that.
Exactly. Like, I might play young, but the people who don't watch basketball, who are the organization holders, who you have to sell me to, he on a resume, he was at a D2, D30. Come on, man. So I be trying to tell people that all the time. Like, I don't really worry about stuff that I can't control.
Right.
Control what you can control in your life. You should take that, because
That's me.
if you can't control it, man, it is what it is. Like, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Everything ain't gonna go your way.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's more of a. I can see you on more of a veteran team, or excuse me, a contending team.
Yeah.
Spurs. They like the older guys.
They are. Like, I would, man, to be honest, I go sit on the end of anybody bench. I go play the G League team just to, earn my spot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, you still gotta sell me to,
Yeah.
to them. So it ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. A lot of people think, this basketball stuff is easy for the most part. It's not, man. That's why I went and got a 9 to 5. I didn't want to take. Like, granted, I should have took the 16, 1800 and built a resume at 24, because then I would have had 6 years of.
This is where he was,
Exactly. So, but that's just me not really, wanting to play basketball like that. I wanted to, provide for my family. Like, I wanted to, buy a crib. I want to have a career. I'm not one of those hoopers that just think, man, I gotta hoop.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad, because there's a lot of people, like Dame told me this one time. I asked him when he was in college. He was in there writing raps in the dorm room. I was looking at him. He was like, I'm about to go work. Yeah, Damian Lillard from Trailblazers. He was like, I'm about to go work out. I said, bro, you work out a lot. Like, what you gonna do if basketball don't work? You know what he told me? What you mean? It's gonna work. I said, hey, bro, he shut me on something. I said, I feel that. I'll never forget that conversation to this day. I said, I feel that, man. And then he had like a personal trainer. Phil Becker was his personal trainer outside of, outside of like exact practice, basically.
Right.
So you had somebody who believed in you, who kept you eating the right things, practicing the right way, working on the right things. Like, bro, that's you. I don't like. I didn't get that till 3 years ago.
And I say it all the time, man. I talk about that even just like at this younger level. I deal with kids and stuff back in hometown.
Yeah.
I'm like, growing up, we didn't have all that stuff. So it's like you have practice, but then you have somebody that's feeding in you outside of practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we had practice and then we go play some more on the street.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. That's what I ain't never had nobody that took me under their wing, until my guy Keon did and was like, yo, come work out with us, and that's when I took it serious, man. He got a couple guys that I knew and that I could keep up with on the court, and I'm like, bro, you making what? After that, I was like, all right, man, I'm coming in. I ended up giving up the 9 to 5 and just working out, man. I'm the brokest year ever, boy. Well, I'm just glad I ended up buying my crib. I bought a condo. Like, I set all my roots. Like, we was good. It was a point that, all right, I can go chase the dream. I didn't want to be that kid chasing the dream with no money, or if it don't work, no resume to come back to, because you still need a work resume.
Right.
Like, I pray, I hope that a lot of these hoopers make it. But when they come back to the real world after, you know, you've been touring for $1,500 to $2,500, $3,000 a month, you got to get a real job. What you gonna do? Because they don't just hire nobody with no resumes.
Right. So you got to start from the beginning. The beginning ain't paying.
Thank you, bro. So you back to square one with a whole different. And I just didn't want that, man. I had 2 kids, a wife. Like, I can't come back and be broke. I don't know how to be broke, man.
So you took the step down for the step up.
Exactly, man. Longevity, man. Yeah. That's all. Like, right now, I'm thinking longevity. I got a couple firefighters been hitting me up on my phone trying to figure out, you know, what I need to do. Next year when I get back from overseas, I'm gonna start my little AMT work. So I'm gonna start putting that in order. So just in case I get hurt, God forbid, or something. But you know, I'm gonna have that sets. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yep. So I'm ready. Let me heal real quick, and then I'm all in. So, because you know, ain't no recovery when you get hurt.
No,
that's right.
Man. Come on, man. You ain't. Especially me. I'm a herky jerky player. If I can't beat you off my hezzies, then you know it's a good night. I'm 185 pounds. ain't nothing I can really do to you. But like, speed is my quickness. So.
Yeah,
man.
See, and that a lot, like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people don't understand. Like, just not understanding yourself on the court, but just in the world, period. Like, I got it too. I got it, you know, my freshman year of college, I was in playing football at Sac City College. And I had an injury. I had a knee injury, which knee is blown to this day. Ooh. Can't jump on it, nothing, no surgery. So
you didn't get no surgery?
Nah, I didn't get no surgery. At the time, I didn't know it was that bad. It didn't really hit me.
Man, you
hard.
crazy as
to
hell. You crazy as hell. I heard everything. So, excuse me, can we all this stem cell and plates and metal they can do? Come on, they can put cartilage back.
PRP shots.
They can put cartilage back in your knee, bro. Like, come on.
Man, I got about off my right. I got about a 3-inch verb, man. It's horrible. But at that time, I was like, I understood quickly. Like, all my boys, they're still playing football, still, you know, chasing the dream. And I started evaluating, like you say, at that moment, I was already not playing just for the love of it. Like, I love to compete. Yeah. You know, my brother Chris was the better basketball player, but if we playing, I'm going at him.
Oh yeah, you got.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. But I understood early that I was like, man, I'm not going to be a professional NFL player or whatever. So I'm really doing all this for fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
So after that, I was like, you know, I'm gonna start working.
Yeah.
And if it permits me to do it later on to come play, which it didn't, you know, then I do it. And that's, you know, kind of the route you win. You start understanding about what 22 or whatever, like, you know. Yeah. I need longevity.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Because anybody, you can play anywhere. There's leagues everywhere.
Anybody will take you for, cause they a lowball. I'm gonna tell. I done turned down so many bad offers, man. I stopped replying to somebody just because he disrespected me so bad. But that's what they do. Like, they know people out here just want to say, you know, they went abroad to hoop. They overseas, you know, they taking pictures and videos. That's what they care about. They don't care about the longevity. They don't care about the money. There's no value in us as American players over there, because they could just lowball us and we'll take it just to say, you know, we get paid to hoop.
Somewhere.
Yeah, like, you don't get paid to hoop really if you going over there for $1,800, bro. That's you can make more at McDonald's. Yeah, and I don't think they realize that, bro. I don't think they realize. And it's a lot of people, you know, who are high school or great in high school or great in college and don't want to go get a job because they felt like stardom. Yeah. So it's like, I go be a star at Verizon, bro. I got plaques. Exactly. I got a bunch of stuff at Verizon from the bestseller. I'm telling y'all, bro, I can't be broke, man, and I don't know how some people do it. I just be trying to let them know, man. Everything ain't for everybody, man.
Yeah,
everything ain't for everybody, man. You can find your niche somewhere in the world. You weren't put here just to play basketball. If you felt like, you know, if it ain't working out, it ain't working out. You gotta figure out, you know, where you can fit in. And that's all I kept doing, man. I just kept fitting in wherever I was. And it ended up working out, man. And the 9 to 5 is the best thing ever too, because it taught me so much mentally. I talked to so many different
Right.
people.
Mhm.
I had, the weirdest
Interactions.
5'2" guy telling me what to do and when I can and can't do.
Mhm.
And all that it teaches you how to just shut up, man. Just put up and do your
Yeah.
job.
That's my favorite part of customer service. I worked at AT&T for 3
See?
years.
There you go.
And so same thing, you get
go.
different people every day,
Yep.
different stories, different,
Yep.
Backgrounds. And you have to learn how to mesh and talk and deal with
Yep.
all those people on their level.
Multitask.
And so that
It teaches
you
you
so
so
much,
much,
man. So
man.
I definitely understand you at that point. And so, back to what you said you got to find your niche. Where is your niche at right now? I think you said you're overseas, correct?
Yeah, I'm overseas this year. I'm going to Taiwan for 6 months. My niche is whoever want me, I'm going. I'm going.
Yeah.
Whoever want me, I'm going, and whoever's giving me what I feel, my value or worth is.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's just like the league is or job is. It's a big
Yeah,
competition. So if you go apply for a job and they paying this, like if you feel like you work more than that, tell them you work more than that. If they feel like you're good enough, they'll pay you that. So that's all I've been doing, man. I'm just trying to hoop until I buy this house. I'm trying to buy a house, bro. I'm trying to buy a house, rent out my condo, buy another condo. I got stuff in the works, man. I can't just be a hooper, man.
That's what's up.
I can't, man. So I'm just getting it in where I fit in, man.
Hey, and I'm gonna save you from sleeping on the couch right now. Because I know. But all this is none of this is possible without that backbone. That misses at the house.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, dog. Like I asked her before I went to go, like seriously hoop. I was like, "Bro, you sure you want me to do this?"
Yeah.
I was fine having a 9 to 5. I'm like, bro, and she literally said, like, I don't want you to do something, to not do something and regret it later.
That's what's
Because you
up.
can still do it. And I was like, yeah, but she was like, no, just like we good now. Like just go do it. So I mean, once again, man, like wifey been there since 08. 08. So she been there well before I am all day. Man, I was driving a 1989 Acura Legend. It was burnt orange. It was burnt orange, and I slept on a pallet at my mom's floor.
I'll say this.
At my mom's house on the floor. But there, slept with me, watched movies with me, dog, like
Good luck.
massages after hoop sessions. Man, we've been together 11 years. I've had a foot massage almost every night. I probably can count on 2 hands the night I haven't had one.
That's what's up.
Wow, yeah.
So-
the day we came to
Hold on, real quick. Ladies,
No, don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't be under the bus. Do whatever y'all feel is necessary
You win that.
to
Don't
keep
care
y'all
about it.
man happy. I do I cook, clean, so tell them
yeah.
I cook,
Like,
clean, pick up
if
the
y'all want foot
kids.
massage, y'all gotta do y'all part too.
I promise you, all summer when wife is at work, I vacuumed, I cleaned the house, I made the bed. Like when she got home, everything was Gucci. So
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be,
What's up?
man.
Teamwork.
Yeah, for me, I saw her.
yeah.
The day that
it's
they
crazy.
played, and I immediately knew. I was like, "That's his corner." Like
Yeah.
she got him in between the quarters, halftime,
yeah.
everything. She got him. I'm like,
Every game.
He won.
Every game she talking to me, telling me what she sees.
Yeah, I was like, that's
we be
wrong.
arguing
Like, you wanna make
sometimes because I'm like, man, I can't come down and take all the shots.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
we still go through a little stuff. But people be trying to talk to her and like we got family or whatever coming.
Right,
with us.
right, right.
They be trying to talk to her during the game. She's like, bro, chill. Like I'm locked
Yeah,
in right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
bro. So
yeah, she was coaching, man. I was like, that's love. That's
No,
wrong.
she-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even think we got to meet her. We're sitting right next to her.
Yeah.
But all we seeing was like, that must be
I'm gonna let y'all meet her today, man. She's fun, man. She a lot of fun. She helped me down, man. I get a lot of crap for having her because she's not African American, but I mean, I find love where I find love.
Yeah,
man. I
straight
don't
like
see color, man.
Straight
If she
like
was
that.
green and from Mars and she was how she is now,
I'm winning.
I'll be with her, bro. So I feel like a lot of people, get lost right there, but that's another topic for another day. But she been here, man. She been here through thick and thin. I can't thank her enough. I wouldn't be right today if
Exactly.
it wasn't for her. Like
Exactly.
no bullshit, bro. Like
Right.
she helped me with, especially mentally, because
Yeah.
she come from Orange County, I come from Watts, and like it's so different,
Different.
man. It's so different, and
Across
like
the world.
the way we approach stuff. Like I used to try to like fight everybody, and she's always no chill. Like, what are you doing? Like they don't do that out there.
Nah,
Like
it's
they will sue your ass. Stop peeking in here. Get out, bro. They will sue your. They will sue you.
That's
so,
her right
like, so like you can't just be like, you know, so quick to. That's us though. We so prideful, man. I didn't realize how bad it was until I moved to Orange County, man.
Yeah.
It's so chill and relaxed. Like I don't.
It don't have to be that way. Yeah,
It is.
It
When you
is.
grow up in the hood, all you do is shoot jokes, get mad at each other for shooting jokes. Then you want to fight.
Right.
Then you playing basketball in the hood with
Good
everybody
again.
who ignorant.
Yeah.
And they all
Yeah.
ignorant, and the
So
emotions is high.
Exactly. You
and-
go get there. You go get
Come
there.
on, man. The hood, that's all we know, man. So I'm glad she got me up out of it, man. It helped me a lot.
And that's what a lot of people need to do. Like, you know, it's before you leave, you kind of don't really imagine nothing outside of that.
Exactly.
You know,
And
until
once
you
And a lot of
get
people
out.
scared of it.
Yeah.
You scared to
Man,
leave
man.
your friends. You scared to leave your family.
Yeah.
You scared to leave what you comfortable with, what
Starting
you
all the way
know.
over.
Starting up like in life, you're gonna start over so
So
much,
many
man.
times, man.
Jobs, careers.
And then once you cross that bridge, you're like, man,
Girlfriends.
this was easy. What the hell I was waiting for?
Thank
Like,
you, bro. Like I can't tell you how many times I was talking to somebody at Verizon, and I told them where I was serving. I was like, huh? Like you grew up there? I was like, yeah, man, I grew up there. Like I literally have a different voice when I talk to them.
Right, yeah.
When I first went out there, I had to repeat myself so much because I was like
talking
using
faster, slang, things
all
like
that don't work in the
Nah.
real world, man. You gotta
Yeah.
be able to articulate yourself. You gotta let people know that you know what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
ain't nobody gonna buy nothing from you. Your personality, what you selling, your
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
If you know if it ain't genuine, if they can't understand it. So
Right.
it taught me a lot, man. I learned a lot. It's just crazy the amount of time it took for me to learn that.
Mm-hmm.
So like it went from getting released, it's like crap, man. Like what I'm gonna do? Then talking to wifey, figuring things out. We did a job at McDonald's together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bruh, like who gonna go work at McDonald's with their girlfriend?
Right.
Yeah.
What girlfriend gonna work at McDonald's?
What they do, yeah, straight in. Slow,
So
man.
like stuff like that, man. But like I said, man, I ain't never want to be broke. I didn't care what I had to do. Like in high school, bro, I was broke, bro. So I know what it felt like. I wasn't trying to go back there, man. So I got homies to this day that don't feel like they should go get a job.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, man. You gotta get that money. You got
Shit.
The right way.
I'm gonna definitely the right way because I done ducked a few bags in my life.
Yes, straight up.
And when everybody around you getting money and got dope,
Yeah.
everything, your cars,
want
you
it.
looking like I could go hit that same lick
Real quick.
Yo, your life can go 0 to hero so fast,
Instant.
man. So I kind of just stayed broke.
Yeah,
I stayed
like
broke in
that.
high school and.
Stay down for the come up.
Yeah, basically, man. That's all it takes. It take a little bit, but if you stay down, stay true to yourself, man, the money will find you. It's so much out
I
here.
say it all the time, man. I'm all about put the work in
Yeah.
and everything else to come, man. Just do what you gotta do and everything else take care of itself, man.
Yeah, cause we get them lowball podcast
Offers, yeah.
offers all the time.
See what I mean?
It's like, and I'm the person. I'm like, man. I'm always like, we gotta eat. We gotta
do.
eat. And then it's
You gotta
like,
put value
And
in
then
you gotta eat,
yeah,
bro.
when I come, I be like, nah, bro, just wait.
Yeah, bro.
It's gonna come. That's
yeah, and that's real. That's real. You gotta understand it because you wanna. You think, all right, if I take all the money in the world, I have it, but you're not gonna get all the money in the world.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
you're
You
not.
gotta
Process.
that right deal.
I got a homie that own like a shop. It's called Soul Stage on Fairfax, man, and they're great at moving about 100 to 200 shirts at about $20 extra, about $15 extra. You moving 100
that's-
to 200 shirts at about 20. That's a lot of money.
Right,
like,
right.
So I get when you say I'm trying to eat, because if you taking little deals here and there, like that shit add
Yeah,
up quick. Yeah.
right.
So. And that's what killed me too. Like I'd be like, I'll take this little or go for the lump. Like
Yeah.
I'm always stuck in that same limbo mode. But,
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
Playing double dutch.
yeah, like damn, I don't know which one to take. But at the end of the day, I'm always go for what I feel is my work.
Right.
Even if I feel I'm like I ain't unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like I ain't been in the NBA or something, so I ain't gonna tell no team overseas, y'all need 100 bands for every month. Like nah, bro. Like I ain't unrealistic, but I do let them know that if I ain't feeling the price, I can't do that. And then I got an agent that'll go in and negotiate for me. So it ain't terrible, but it is
Right.
an ugly market, man.
Oh boy.
Negotiating's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to say too much and lose the job, but you don't want to say too less and feel like they got over.
They got over it.
Mm-hmm. So it's definitely hard, man. Definitely.
So how did you feel about the big three as far as, because a lot of the players said that they felt like it was first class, how they were taken care of. What would you say, or how did you feel about that?
Amazing, man. Amazing. And then for me, like, I ain't nobody, bro. I didn't have a resume. I was the only person in there without a resume, I think. I think everybody else was pretty much in the league.
Right.
At some point.
So I'm getting flown out first class. I actually turned down my first class so I could fly wifey out to the games for free. So I took an economy seat just so they could basically be one price as a first class. So like they took care of wifey, bro. They put us up at nice hotels. Like we had shuttles to everything. We was in nice states, cities. It was dope, man. It was a dope experience. The fans were amazing, dog.
Yeah.
14,000 plus almost every game. Like I think it was probably one game it wasn't 14,000 fans, and then that one had like 13.
Right.
So it was a dope atmosphere, man.
And you did your thing with I think you finished number 3 all time in the assists for a season, or did you finish 2?
It was 2. Joe Johnson.
Yeah, Joe Johnson got
Joe
you.
Johnson don't come out the game though. That's
Joe,
not fair,
yeah.
man.
It's different,
That's different. If I played the whole game, I for sure could have had that by a long shot, because I ain't just gonna go out there,
Right.
take a lot of shots. I
Yeah.
want to do what's best for the team. So shout out to Joe though, man. He played amazing, man. They got him a look back in the league.
Yeah.
He played one hell of a game, man. He single-handedly destroyed that league, man.
I saw
Everybody
Joe.
watching him play,
Yeah.
because we would have TVs in the locker room before the game, next game.
Right.
So we'd be watching, man. He did some stuff that you just like, bro, you good, bro.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be, like, not saying the big three's a bad thing, but you
Right.
should still be in the league.
Right,
That just
yeah.
goes to show how hard the league is.
I couldn't
man.
believe that he wasn't. I was like, I felt like he played well this last season, and then it was just like didn't get picked up anymore. Like what?
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like Amon Shumpert,
Yeah.
don't got
Yeah,
a job right
yeah,
now.
we talking about that
It's
too.
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Like he played with us in the Drew a couple years ago. Like, man, he was one of my favorite players to have, just because like he does everything.
Yeah.
Like it's so valuable to have a player that does everything. But like, how is he without a job?
Right.
So like when people see stuff like that, I'm not complaining about anything. Anything you give me, I'm fine with taking, man. Because
Yeah.
man, you got a world champion who don't have a job.
I think that goes back to like what we said in the beginning. Is like, man, it has to be the right everything, the perfect storm every time, man.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Situational. So
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I'll plug him on this team, but if it ain't the right storm for that team, the people up top, like you said, that's not on the court, that's doing whatever they're doing.
And then people think like, because you have friends in the NBA, like your friends could
Hook you up.
No,
bro, unless you Bron or James,
It's bigger than this.
yeah, bro, like
It's
it's
like
tough,
you
bro.
got to put in the work. In this podcast and stuff, everybody be like, "Hey, Chris be giving you all the players." I'm like, he do what he can for
Yeah,
me,
but
but
you still
it's
gotta
tough.
work,
Yeah.
bro. You still gotta work. So I be trying to tell people, bro, because I get that question the most, man. Like, and I don't really answer it while you're in the league, because I mean the answer I'm gonna say they don't want to hear, like, because I'm 30, because I had a unconventional resume, like
Right.
they don't need nobody like me when they got high school phenoms coming out, like
Yeah.
for what? So
Yeah.
I ain't trying to to deter nobody's dreams or whatever. They have
Right.
aspirations of playing in the league, like, especially with me saying a lot of people, or with people saying they look up to me.
Mhm.
So, man, I just keep it quiet, man. I just want everybody to know, like, it is what it is. Control what you can control. If the league ever came knocking, I'm telling you, right, I would go sit on the end of somebody's bench, and if I play 1 minute, I would earn that 1 minute. So, I don't want everybody to think like, oh no, he don't want to play, he want to be a star, or he got to start if he. No, none of that. Like, I would go. That's how hard it is to get in. So, and that goes to everybody, man. I think people think it's easy to get in NBA.
Right.
They don't know. Everybody will be in it. If that's the case, everybody will be in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, just keep playing though. That's all I did.
And then with the Killer Threes, your teammates or whatever, we had a few on there. I kind of got an idea, but I just want to see if I'm right.
Okay.
Who's the funniest guy on your team?
Funniest?
Yeah.
Josh Powell.
All right, man.
JP. Oh my God. Y'all don't see his shenanigans.
Yeah, he's so
Boy,
chill.
he chill and funny as hell, man. He had me laugh so much this year, dog. I've never met a 6'10" dude, bro, who dance as much as this dude, out of nowhere, bro. So he funny, man. That's my guy, though, man. I built a family with him this year, man.
Yeah.
I think we had the most tight. That's how we got
For
so
sure.
far. We had the
Sure.
most tight knit, fun, family oriented teams, man. We ride for each other. That shit was a blast, man. I had a blast, man.
Yeah, no, we had Dante on earlier.
yeah.
That's why I was gonna say
Nah, Dante funny. JP got Dante. JP do the funniest shit randomly too.
That's funny. And then we ain't gonna hold you up too much long, but I got 2 quick questions.
Yeah.
The name Nitty. Where did Nitty come from?
To be honest, the hood.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the hood. From the American Gangster, Frank Nitty.
Yeah, there we go.
He was an enforcer. So on the court, y'all see I'm all up in
Yeah.
your face. I'm here. I'm intense. I'm the enforcer on the court. Ain't nobody gonna bully nobody. If it's the best player on the court, I'm gonna go take
I got
that
him.
guy. I got him.
ball.
If he cooked me, I'm gonna tell y'all know I'm gonna give 110% every possession. So that's where it came from, man. They kind of have always seen that. I've always been that guy to back up the homies or literally be in somebody's face if I gotta guard him 94 feet. I'm literally
here.
Yes, I'm in his face, bro. So that's all. Just kids growing up, man, gave me a nickname and just ran with it.
That's what's up, man.
Last one. Oh man, here we go.
Oh yeah, but we gotta ask the one two quick.
Okay.
We gotta ask the one we ask everybody, but this ain't it yet.
Okay,
This
okay.
this is I follow you on Instagram or whatever.
All right.
Okay.
And I consider myself team dark skin.
Hey,
Wait,
what? Come on, bro.
I
Get some.
Oh, okay. I thought you was kicking me out.
Nah. I'm team
Yeah,
dark
I'm
skin,
team dark
bro.
skin.
But don't continue.
But you got this thing that I seen different people around you that follow you. I seen Brittany, Elena, and some other folks.
They call me light skin.
And you got that light skin face, man.
I do.
Man, hold on. I was trying to work. Yes, you got. I know you got
Okay, so
light.
yeah, you gotta wipe, and you gotta get his look like. You gotta raise your eyebrows and kind of. Oh, that shit hit, bro. That shit hit. I swear, bro. Like, white people don't kill me. But I be getting hella deals on that shit, bro. Nah, I swear, bro. I get so many light skin. And it's just, I appreciate my skin pigment, bro. And they call me light skin for it. How? What? There's too many dark skin dudes.
Dark light skin
that
dude,
look
bro.
like this, bro.
You a dark light skin dude.
Come on,
We got
exactly,
it.
bro. Drake said it best, bro. Light skin, but I'm so dark nigga.
Yeah. No, shout out to Brittany too. Brittany Elena, she was at that game that we was at that day.
Oh, she was.
And
yeah.
I gave her a seat up on accident, so
Ooh.
to a little 10-year-old kid.
Well, that's good for the cause.
For
Tell
the
her get
cause,
out of
baby.
here.
For the cause. So I owe you, Brittany. Yeah. So.
Nah, that's just my thing, man. I be doing the modeling stuff, so I'm trying to figure out. Like I said, I don't ever want to be broke. So if there's an opportunity that presents itself, I get a lot of crap for doing my light skin faces too. But to this day, they not paying me what these clothing brands is paying me for
Right.
being light skin faces. So chill. It's for my dollars and for
Right.
my self ego. So let me
See,
have that.
you had me in the mirror working on mine.
Yeah,
I
man.
peeped the white.
See, come on, man.
And I just got the eyebrow thing, but
She like, oh man.
I feel like it comes off like the people's eye with me or whatever. But
And no, you just gotta get used to
Yeah,
it.
I gotta wear it.
And then my car, and a lot of people don't realize my car is great because it's blacked out all around, and the only light is through the front. So I'm literally getting hit with nothing but, bro, I get so much crap. The homies give me the most crap for it though. They be like, bro, like, what you doing? Chill,
I'm getting this
man.
bag, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You wouldn't understand.
I'm working on my next job.
Yeah,
bro.
you
Like,
wouldn't understand, brother. Don't worry.
yeah, you in the lab working on your moves and shit. This how I work on my job, bro. So,
Work
but
on
like,
it.
if it wasn't for my videos and my little outfit posts, I wouldn't have had none of them jobs and gigs for modeling.
It's the lean. You gotta get the
Yeah,
lean.
you gotta, see, look, you been
I'm
practicing,
working, man.
bro.
I've been on it. I'm a fan.
All right, I appreciate
I'm a fan.
it, man.
You know, Team Darcy,
man.
we working.
Yeah, come on, man. They don't make them like us no more.
Nah, man. It's
My
all-
daughter light skin. I can't stand her either.
All three of mine is, so
Oh,
I think I'm
man.
the only one Team Darcy out of all my kids. So.
And then the last one,
Yeah.
give me your NBA Mount Rushmore. Top 4 all time.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, LeBron.
Right, quick and easy, right straight to it.
Any order?
My right one?
In that order.
Oh, in that order. Okay, got
Jordan,
Bron,
Kobe, Shaq, and LeBron.
Hey, I ain't mad. Long LeBron in there.
Four dogs.
Bron's gonna go down as one of the best. I mean, it's arguably
Yeah.
he's the best player to ever do it. But and y'all see how I play. I'm a dog.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
I
Two
need to,
dogs.
I need to
Jordan
see
and
that.
Kobe, yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to see that. Like if I can see that, and I can see you take over a game. Inches. He's done it before. No,
Yeah.
like I said.
But you want it all the time.
You want consistent, yeah.
Y'all see Westbrook?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. I love that. We're gonna go Westbrook as far. We can go Westbrook as far.
Oh, all right. Got a new addition on the list. We'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. No, that's mine. I know everybody will go with the Wilts and the Kareem. But
Nah, I'm the same way.
I like what I like, man. And shoot me for a later.
Yeah, it is what it is. But man, appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, man. Appreciate y'all having
Yeah,
me,
big
man.
time, big time.
Gotta make sure to shout y'all out. Give me the info, and I got y'all, man.
Most def, man.
yeah,
Most
man.
def. And once again, y'all, this is a Minute Till 6. I'm Mark Haynes, MA's the champ.
Frank
Your boy.
Nitty, nah, stop stealing my stuff, man. It's my turn. We're going 1-1-1.
We'll be a light skin.
Yeah,
Go
man.
ahead, man.
Franklin Session, aka Frank Nitty.
Chris Perry, Chris.Perry SR.
And this is Minute Till 6 with the light skin faces, and we out.
Peace.